Mr. Rashedul Hossain is currently the Head of Business Development for the Financial Services Division of Grameen Phone Limited, the market leader in the telecommunication services in Bangladesh. Mr. Hossain is responsible for the end-to-end business development needs of financial services and manages a high-performance business development and product management team that is driven towards the creation of customer-oriented mobile financial services. Sir was part of the team that launched the first of its kind innovative service, Bill Pay, to settle utility bills and third-party payments via mobile technology. Widely experienced in working with public and private sector players, including government policy makers, regulators, NGOs, private corporations, development partners, and other key stakeholders, Mr. Hossain is also responsible for identifying new markets and business opportunities in the region and expanding the scope of the current business. Previously, Sir was Deputy Head of Corporate Sales for Grameen Phone and has extensive knowledge of the Bangladesh market. We welcome you, Sir, to Communique09.
I request you, sir, to kindly take over the session.
Thank you. The last session inspired me, at least for a telco, I came green. Thank you very much for the nice introduction, SITM, and for inviting me to share our experience over here. I think so this was not the first slide. Okay. If you look at Bangladesh, it's like, if you look at the whole map of the Asia, it's a tiny country beside India. You see, it's such a big country, India, that you are in. And if you look at like Bangladesh, that the population is like, there are so many statistics, but I could, see, you see like the population is 44 million, and the population living below $1 a day is 36%. The population living below $2 a day is 82.8%. The interesting statistic is like that here, the mobile phone penetration is 35%. So, you know, that bringing in the opportunities over here. The Bangladesh mobile industry, the largest private sector infrastructure provider with more than BDT 30,000 crore investment, so far around BDT 20,000 crore contribution to government, more than 90% geographic and 98% population coverage, and it contributed 8% GDP in last year. If you look at the market players, in Bangladesh, we have like 6 mobile operators, and Grameen Phone being the largest one with 45% market share is still leading. The Bangladesh Telecom revolution, it's since 1997 and 2009. Still, we had mobile telephony before that, but it was like monopolized with only one service provider. Since 1996, it was open to the other operators. So, in 1997, we have seen like the lack of telecom infrastructure with low access to telephones, less than only 400,000 people. And today, about 48 million people now have access to affordable telecommunication. The teledensity was less than 0.4%, and teledensity today is like 35%, I mentioned. Almost no access for rural people to the telecommunication, and expensive long-distance communication, few business opportunities, very few internet users, less than 0.1%. Comparing today, like it's changed the lifestyle and business-friendly infrastructure. Cheap rates generates direct and indirect employment for more than 6,000 and 75,000 people. More than 5 million mobile internet users from urban and rural areas, and almost 5% penetration we achieved. Having said so, the contribution of Grameen Phone being the largest mobile operator in Bangladesh, we have received our license in 1996. Operation started 26 March 1997 on the Independence Day. And total investment up to today is like 14,000 crores. Investment in 2008, it's BDT 2,700 crores. Current subscriber base is 21 million, and annual revenue is 61,000 crores in VDT. Coming to mobile financial services, is we say like touching the life of the people. And our motto is like, think big, start small, and scale fast. The context of the mobile financial services is like that. It's again I've shared like the almost 150 million people, comparing to 13% banking penetration. We have 35% mobile penetration. It's a pure cash economy, which is manual, slow, and limited reach of bank infrastructure as well, like India, I guess. And manual bill payment and collection is a big hassle. And also, like, we have USD 9.6 billion inward remittances, which comprises of 8% of the GDP. So we see the opportunity here is like there is a strong need for instant, simple, and accessible money transfer services. Strong need for secure and low-cost inward remittance services throughout the country, what we call like last-mile solution. And strong need for electronic bill payment collection and collection services. How do we see mobile financial services as Grameen Phone? Like you see, like mobile financial services is a very broad term. It's like somebody talking about a lot of talks around it, such mobile banking, commerce, blah blah like this. But one of the it may sound a bit funny, but what we believe, like I believe personally, that to make it happen, mobile commerce or mobile banking, we have to stop talking about mobile banking and mobile commerce, because this gives these jargons are not actually very familiar to the target market we are talking about. So they shy away from this when we talk about like m-commerce, mobile banking and stuff like this. So what we see like is a broad term refers to a range of financial services which can be offered across mobile phone technology. Simple. It's taking the leveraging the mobile phone technology. And on a broad term, we say this is like transactions, that the mobile phone will enable the transactions, and it's payment transactions and transfer transactions. Nothing is like that. It's very simple.